Welcome, your Royal Highnesses. I'm Carol, and you're watching Walt Disney World Adults Only. This is part of my blog that will cover several trips into Magic Kingdom because I don't want to bore you. So I always like to have my first trip in at night. I just think the lights are spectacular. It just really sets me in the mood. So we're entering about 7 p.m. We're going to catch the fireworks, and then because I'm staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, we get those extended hours. So I thought it'd be fun to see how the crowd levels were at one of those extended hours, and if it's worth it maybe to book Deluxe to get those extended hours. Okay, so our first view in the park, just love the lights. Obviously this is Christmas time, so we see that big tree in front. And we have a lot of people leaving right before the fireworks, which I don't understand, but whatever, more room for us, right? And it's just so pretty and festive, even if it wasn't Christmas time. It's just beautiful at night. And there we have our first view of the castle. Okay, so we got a spot to watch the fireworks, trying to be behind, not behind Powell people, but trying to show you this crowd. It is mobbed. So we got here at 7:30. I would have preferred to be back a little, but they've got the tape in the lines. You got to be inside the tape or they'll push you along. So this is the spot that we found, and it's actually a pretty decent spot. So we'll see what happens. So it's now after hours. It's definitely less than it was. We just did Haunted Mansion. That was 30-minute wait even then, and now the line is all the way back here, so it's much longer wait. The walkways were definitely less crowded than we were when we first came in. So you did see some people trying to still do rides who were not staying at the Deluxe Resort. So there were some angry people trying to get on rides, not understanding it was exclusive for the Deluxe Resorts. Okay, it's about 10:15. We were going to do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and of course that went down just as we got there. So we did Mickey's Philharmonic, which really surprised me. I don't remember it being that good. The 3D was so clear, so that was a lot of fun. Haunted Mansion, and then we went over to Thunder Mountain. That was pretty quick, and finished with Pirates, which was about a walk-on, basically. And so the crowds definitely have decreased in these side alleys. We're going to walk over and see what it looks like in the main drag there. So what was your favorite thing tonight, Fran?
Favorite thing tonight?
Yeah.
Fireworks.
The fireworks. Yes, it definitely was very crowded in there. So as you can see, few people around, but not anything horribly crowded at this point. So we're approaching Main Street. We can see the castle here. We'll see what the crowds look like here. Our game plan is to get out of here before 11, just to get back to the hotel, have a nightcap, relax, but definitely much less crowds and very pretty. Again, we're here during Christmas, so for the after hours, this isn't the Christmas after hours, this is the Deluxe Hotel extra 2 hours, and it's very, very pretty, as you can see. And a very tired Fran. Fran, are you tired?
hurt.
He's hurt and sore. He hit the back of his head on the Doom buggy.
Back hurts. Foot hurts.
Very, very pretty. And there's Mickey and Walt. Here's Mickey and Minnie. So pretty. Let me see if I can get a better shot of them so you can see them with the castle in the background. Isn't just that beautiful? And so now as we leave, you can see the crowds are much less.
This changed colors.
Very pretty though. Very
I like the
festive.
Christmas one better.
Still smelling very good from the confectionery shop. Photographers are still out, so now would be a good time to get a picture. So overall, I would say you really get about a decent hour and a half rather than 2 hours, because that first half hour you just got people wanting to get on rides who don't have armbands or magic bands, and they're just not happy campers. So that made it a little difficult. Crowds, but definitely worth, if you're staying at a Deluxe, to get those extra magic hours. You get some of your major rides done. And it's just peaceful and festive. I would say all in all this was a good day. Except for Cranky Frankie, who's way tired now and past his bedtime. So I am taking Fran back home, so he will be happy. And I guess that's it for the night. So this was our first time at Magic Kingdom this trip. Again, this will be a compilation, so you will see us on the next trip, which will be in the daytime, and we'll see how things go then. First day at Magic Kingdom. We've popped in a couple times to go to dinner, to see fireworks, but this is our first day here. We were also here yesterday as part of the 4-park challenge that we did. So this is our first time spending any good amount of time here. So we entered the park, started our day with Splash Mountain because I was a little sleepy, and now I'm awake with a wet butt. We're now heading over to our other presenter, Dan's favorite in all of Disney World attraction, I think. Dan, you can disagree with me, but I think this is your number one. We're heading over to see Country Bear's Jamboree. So we'll do that. There doesn't seem to be a line. So we're going to try and do some things that we haven't done. Less lines, walk around, visit some shops today, really sort of relax in Magic Kingdom, even though it's a Sunday.
Be patient.
Yeah, we ain't going anywhere anyhow. We're kind of hung up here.
Give me a little intro there, Gomer.
on Thunder Mountain, always a fun ride. The crowds look pretty long, but they're still saying it's only a 35-minute wait for Thunder Mountain. And Splash Mountain, can you see how long the standby is, dear? So that's gone up to 45 minutes for Splash Mountain. We're gonna head over to Jungle Cruise. Haven't done that one in a while. I actually prefer that one at night because the animals look a little more real. Not they look real by any means, but a little bit more. And when they shine the lights on them, it just makes it more, I don't know, jungle-y, if that's the word. And they don't have the splash turned up too much. I got a little wet butt. My glasses got wet, but nothing horrible. So this is day 6 in the parks for us. My feet are starting to get a little tired, so I'm trying to do things not running from one end of the park to the other. So we've been staying in this area. I think we will also try to do the riverboat and Hall of Presidents. We haven't seen that in a while. So if the lines aren't too long for those, we'll do those next. So if you've seen my Dogs at Disney video, we talked about areas for the dogs. And so this is very well hidden. It's just coming from the gate at Adventureland. Off to the right by the people restrooms, there's a puppy restroom. So we just stopped at the restrooms. I've never been in these restrooms. I think it's the one that comes off of Pirates, but there's also an outdoor entrance right after you cross from Adventureland into Frontierland. And a lot of stalls open, wasn't very crowded. But the sink I used had the highest pressure water I've seen, and I think I got splashed more from that sink than I did on Splash Mountain. So I wasn't quite expecting that. The lightning lane entrance to Pirates. So I am seeing a couple times, I think we saw this in another park, I think for Avatar, that the lightning lane line actually looked a little longer than the standby lane, which theoretically could happen depending on how many people purchase Genie Plus and when they choose to use it. You'd think that available times would be spread out, but you do have that hour window, so at one point you might get that overlap. Getting warm. I don't know how much longer we'll last in the park, because the pool is calling me. So it is getting a little toasty here, quite warm by our standards at least, being from the Northeast. And we're heading over, we're going to do Hall of Presidents and the riverboat. We'll see which one has a shorter line. There's Liberty Free Tavern. Looks like they've got a big line there as well. One thing I am noticing, I'm seeing much fewer hand sanitizer stations. We've come off 2 rides where I haven't seen any at all. When I was here in January, you really, before and after each ride, you were finding sanitizer. So that is a little surprising. Let's see what we have here. And this looks like a walk-on. Hello. Uh-oh, where did I put my mask? I guess we're considered outside, so no one's wearing a mask, which is nice because it is getting a little steamy out here. Do we want to go upstairs or upstairs? Okay, we're heading upstairs. Me and stairs and walking and talking, you know by now how fun that is. Nice view of the castle from here. Oh, there's nice views up here as well. So this was a walk-on. Don't know when it leaves. We'll probably fill up a little bit more. There's a nice breeze here. You can see the crowds. And this is the Liberty Belle.
You get sunburn on me, aren't you?
It doesn't look quite as crowded from up here as when you're walking through it. It looks like the diamond horse maybe open. He's playing with me now, right? Every time I try to talk, he toots his horn. And the Frontier Trading Post. And there's a Country Bears Jamboree, Dan. We were there earlier. Even though it's quite warm, you do get a little breeze here, which is nice. Another spot for photo pass that I've never seen before. And we got some people waving to us. There is a dancing cavalcade. So we're going to head over the Hall of Presidents because it's air conditioned. It's getting warm. Probably do that. One more thing, maybe stop in a shop or two, and then it's definitely pool time. Again, there was no sanitizer anywhere near the Liberty Belle.
Years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
We're coming off of Seven Dwarfs. This is the lightning lane to Seven Dwarfs. So it looks like we hit it
just right.
correctly.
Lightning lane. Right here, baby.
Peter Pan had about a 75-minute wait on standby, 85, and Seven Dwarfs was 75. So it's starting to really pick up crowd-wise. Again, this is the lightning lane that you're looking at here. And it goes all the way around the corner there. So we're going to grab an ice cream, Mickey bar, and then we're going to head back to the hotel, take a nice little swim, and then go to Yachtsman for dinner tonight. So it's been a pretty productive day. We covered a lot of rides. I did go in the Christmas shop. Didn't see a lot of merchandise. There were no like buy 3 for a certain price ornaments that I saw last January. Obviously that was after Christmas, so they would have some sort of a sale. We did a couple things that we don't normally do. So I would call this a successful day at Magic Kingdom today. We're back a couple more times, so we'll get in the rides that we haven't hit yet. Once again, we've arrived at the buses, and our bus is right here, ready to go. So we've been really, really, really lucky this trip. There's only once that we really waited for a bus, and I think there was something that happened where there was a bus time, and then the time went away, and then the bus came a little bit later. So I think maybe that bus went down or something. So this is a double. I'm pretty confident we're going to get a seat. So hot today, at least by our standards. The clouds came out, that helped reduce some of the heat. The cloud cover definitely made it a little bit cooler. But I'm looking forward to jumping in the pool. Everyone, this is Future Carol. The last part of our trip to Magic Kingdom, I completely lost my voice and I sounded like a croaking frog. So I never really got to summarize what I thought about our trips to Magic Kingdom. I think the highlight of these trips was seeing enchantment in different locations. So first we saw it up close, front and center, very, very crowded. People were lining up at least an hour in advance. So if you want that front row view, I recommend you get there that early. It was very nice. Got to see the projections on the castle very easily. We then saw it from inside the castle, which was a unique view. You couldn't see the projections, but we actually could see the fireworks being let off from the cannon on the roof next to the window where we sat. So that was sort of fun. Didn't hear the music quite as well inside. It was very loud inside the castle. Then we saw it from back by the train station, and while you couldn't see the projections as well, the view all the way down Main Street, it just made it really magical. And I think the music was best from that. I don't know if we just hit it, that we were getting the sound in a perfect area, but the music was most powerful from that position. Then we went to the after hours party and we got to see enchantment and the after hours firework. And that was a little bit off to the right by the fencing sort of towards Tomorrowland there. It was also a very nice view, but I was surprised to say that my favorite was back towards the train station. Also made for an easier exit from there. The other thing that I always find magical, I don't care how many times I go, is Magic Kingdom at night. If you're a day person, you've never been there at night, you don't care about enchantment, even if you don't stay for enchantment, walking down Main Street with everything lit so nicely, it just really adds to the magic. So I hope you enjoyed my interpretations of Magic Kingdom over several days. If you enjoyed my vlog, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And if you're not a member of our channel, please subscribe. That way you'll know when new videos come out. We have a whole new series of vlogs coming out. And it's an adult-only perspective on the park, something you don't find everywhere else. Speaking of that, if you're not a member of our adult-only Facebook group, please join us there. Again, adult-centered discussions about Disney. That being said, our motto is never grow up.